The Wayfair decision is arguably the biggest state tax decision to come from the Supreme Court in 50 years. This past June in South Dakota versus Wayfair, the court upended 50 years of precedent by saying that a state could require a seller to collect tax even if the seller had no store or no employees in the state. They simply had to exceed a specified sales threshold, which in South Dakota's case was $100,000 or 200 different transactions. So in South Dakota versus Wayfair, the decision that the court issued applies to all states. So now all states have authority that they did not have prior to the decision last June. Technically, the only businesses that are directly impacted by the decision are relatively large online sellers. Practically speaking, though, every business should take notice of the decision because it is infrequent that the Supreme Court sets new standards for when a state can require a company to comply with its tax laws. I'm telling my clients that in 2019 they should expect nearly all the sales tax states to act on the Wayfair decision. And they need to be preparing now so that when the laws change that they're ready to implement them. It takes some time, and the best time to prepare is now before the states act. I think the first step that any company should take in terms of thinking about Wayfair is to evaluate their footprint. Any state where you have more than $100,000 worth of sales, you should be thinking about the need to collect sales tax in the future. For companies that are looking for guidance on complying with the new regime after Wayfair, I would suggest they look at the Streamlined Sales Tax Organization, which is a collection of states that have gotten together to simplify their taxes and which are keeping track of all state activity in the wake of Wayfair. They also have links to private resources, companies that provide certified software solutions to help vendors comply with sales tax laws. Wayfair really focused on larger online sellers. States are going to be grappling with what the right standards are going forward, and that's going to have implications for business for years, if not decades to come.